Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is a very windy evening here in the UK, but it is Spotlight Hour. Tuesday night means Spotlight Hour, and we have this little guy here being featured. Hatenna is going to be the featured Pokemon of tonight's Spotlight Hour, and hopefully we can pick up a shiny one. That's what we're hoping for. Now, of course, it is shiny available since the Go Wild area last year, in fact. Hey Satui, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Evening Alan, how are you? Yeah, Go Wild, it came out. I think it was one of the in-person Go Wild events. What bonuses is this week? I think we've got the... Have we got the half egg hatch distance back again? Let's just have a quick look. So as part of the Precious Pals, we have got event themed 2 kilometer eggs. We've got event themed field research, event themed wild Pokemon, of course, increased Candy XL while walking with your buddy, additional bonus hearts with your buddy, and then we've got the ticket for the premium research. So yeah, we get the additional buddy hearts this week. So yeah, we don't get half egg hatch distance this time around, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying that we don't get that this time around. Let's just stick on, because it is, we'll stick on a star piece because we are going to be catching quite a few of these. And we'll probably stick 2 of those on, to be fair. Remember, there was something else I wanted to do. What else did I want to do then? I can't remember now. My mind's gone blank. I think we'll miss out on the lucky egg. We won't do that. Incense. That's what we want to do. Daily adventure incense. We'll do that. So Hatenna is notoriously quite small, so you do struggle to get an excellent throw. So perhaps best that we've not got the 2 times, we managed one there, but probably best that we haven't got to try and make excellent throws for the 2 times catch XP bonus, which sometimes happens for Spotlight Hours. Like I say, the bonus tonight is 2 times transfer candy. So if you've got any legendaries, potentially, it is a really, really good time to get rid of those if you are rubbish. Perhaps you've been saving them up from the last couple of raid hours. Then it's a really, really good time to clear out your legendaries and get twice the amount of candy as what you would normally get. So of course it is also the Precious Pals event, and that is what Alan was on about in the comments just before, with the bonuses this week. It goes on from today. It started at 10 AM local time, and it goes on until Sunday. So we have got that event until Sunday. There's a Noctowl here, which is of course going to be a Zorua. So Zorua is appearing in the wild. I have caught a few Zoruas today. Stats, please. I'll show you those in just a second, Jonathan. So yeah, no shiny Zorua with that. So Jonathan is going to keep an eye on our Hatenna stats today and see how many we end up with by the end of the day. So that is the stats at the moment, Jonathan. We've got Hatenna candy of 1,716, XL candy of 352. And in terms of how many we've seen and stuff, we have seen 544 and caught 425. Hi, Miss Blue, how are you? So that is how many we've seen. And then in terms of XP, we'll keep an eye on it, but I don't think he's going to change much today because we haven't got a lucky egg on him. There's no XP bonus this event, but we have got 1.53 million, or billion should I say now, 1.053 billion, just over. So those are the stats. Hopefully Jonathan's got all those. Thanks again for doing that, Jonathan. So yeah, as we were saying before, it is also the Precious Pals event. It started at 10 AM local time this morning. And with that event, we have got the increased buddy hearts. So you'll notice that you actually start earning more buddy hearts, potentially doubling up on most buddy hearts. Took a couple of screenshots, brilliant. No problem there. So yeah, you probably will notice that you'll end up getting twice the amount of buddy hearts for most different interactions that you do with your buddy. So for example, they're the bonus hearts, so it's bringing me a treat. I got 2 instead of 1. So we are getting double the amount of hearts for the buddies. But it is also the event where we have the shiny release of Fido, and we also have the shiny boosted odds for Fido and Goldeen. Now, Goldeen is boosted in the wild to 1 in 64, and it is also boosted in 2 kilometer eggs to 1 in 64, whereas a new shiny, Fido, can only be found boosted in 2 kilometer eggs, which is going to be 1 in 64 again for Fido from 2 kilometer eggs. But in the wild, Fido will carry the full odds of 1 in 512. So very similar to last week's event, when we had that high Zaptitude event. And of course, we had the shiny release of Tadbulb. That was also full odds in the wild, but boosted in 2 kilometer eggs. And this is exactly the same format. So potentially that's going to be something that we do more often, especially this season. So they are forcing you down the route where you do have to buy incubators if you are wanting that to make the most of those shiny boosted odds. But I'm not too worried. I'm quite happy just using the free incubator, and if I get one, I get one. Didn't manage to get a shiny Tadbulb, unfortunately, but again, I'm not too fussed. It's not something that's super useful, although it's a really nice shiny, especially when it evolved into Belly Bolt. I'm not going to be spending incubators on that sort of shiny, I don't think. So a couple of meows from Research Task. Slowly working away through those 500 that we've got to do for the level 77 challenge. Or level 78, should I say. Working our way towards level 78 now. We're just trying to catch up on these few Hatennas around here and trying not to miss any out. There we go, just clicking on that one before we walk too far away. Did you see what I sent in your DMs? I can't see what I did. I'm not too sure. Oh, was it? Yes, the pronunciation of Fido, yeah. I was right. Yeah, so it is Fido. Jonathan thought it was Fado, but it is, or Fado? Is that how you thought you pronounced it? But yeah, I was right anyway. So it is Fido. Google says I was right. Jonathan has kindly informed me Google says I'm right. See? Don't get me wrong, sometimes I do get things wrong, but on this occasion I'm right. Haha. Give your buddy one treat. He only wants a 1. Boo. No, it's Fido. Google says it's Fido. Google says Danzo's right. You should have just AI'd that Google screenshot and changed its words to the way that you pronounce it, and then you would look right. You could use AI as your tool here to make yourself right in this situation. But still, I'm right, you're wrong. So we've got a couple of Beldums around us again. We have collected all of our particles today. So we can do a few of those Beldums, 2 perhaps. It's that dumb AI thing, boo. So yeah, we might be able to do a couple of Beldums in a minute as well. This one does not want to be caught. There we go. They're annoyingly difficult to throw at sometimes, especially if you are trying to aim for that excellent throw. It does just fall a bit short. It's quite a far way back, isn't it, Hatenna? It reminds me a bit of Grookey this weekend, actually, during that Grookey Com Day. Grookey is annoyingly quite far away when you go to chuck the ball at it. Just made those excellent throws very few and far between at a weekend. And Hatenna is definitely in the same sort of range, I would say. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining. Hopefully having a good day. It is getting bitterly cold here in the UK. Again. We went through a period of having snow and then it went to like 9 and 8 degrees and then now we're getting quite cold again. Maybe more snow on the way, I don't know. It's spawned 4 shiny because Zorro in front of you. Ooh, Articuno, no shiny, but we have got a glaring bird. We have got a glaring bird. That was a terrible throw. Ignore that, people. That was an absolutely terrible throw. You didn't see anything. Quick catch. I should have tried it. I should have tried the quick catch method. Yeah, next time I will do it. You may have to remind me. I know I said that last time. Yeah, you didn't see anything. Nothing happened. There was no such thing as a glaring bird on my screen. It didn't happen. That throw was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah, it was an absolute terrible throw. I mean, it was over 2000 CP, so I think even an excellent throw probably had a high chance of running away. You definitely clipped it. You didn't see anything. Excellent throw. It's the first time we've got one of those in a while. Take a snapshot of your buddy. Oh, why is this event wanting me to do buddy things? Give your buddy a treat. Take a snapshot of your buddy. Gives me no actual decent rewards either, which is annoying. I think there is a research task for Fido, just like there was for the Tadbulb last week, but it's not boosted on research tasks, I don't believe. I think it is 1 in 512, but obviously it's a good possibility of getting a decent one. You've just got to run the odds of 1 in 512 to get one. Golding off the snapshot of your buddy, which of course is boosted to 1 in 64 during this event. So that's a nice way of getting that shiny with decent odds. Quite a nice, easy task to do. Hatenna, shiny, where are you? It's going to be like Scooby-Doo here, isn't it? Shiny, 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 where are you? So apologies for that. I think we were having a few technical difficulties and people were mentioning it in the comments. So thanks for people pointing it out. But hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully now we've done a bit of a phone restart, we will start seeing a bit of an improvement stream. So do let me know in the comments if the stream does improve. And what have we got here? A few. So yeah, has it improved now? Is it much better, Jonathan? Let's just collect these stuff here from the January pass. And we've also got that Bagon encounter there. Let's collect that. So do let me know in the comments if it is okay now, the stream. I'm obviously a little bit worried that it's just as rubbish as before. Hopefully the restart has fixed things. And if we interact with this gym, we should get today's free raid pass, which is good. It's not a black screen with a circle in it, as if that's what it was. That's really annoying. That is super annoying. So I have no way of YouTube telling me that, which is really annoying. The only way of knowing that, I suppose, is if I had a second phone. But I went down a route of having a second phone, mainly for comments and stuff. And my normal phone with a hotspot just kept on getting way too hot to do that. That's exactly what it was. That's really annoying. That is super annoying. So yeah, thanks for letting me know that in the comments. If that does happen again in the future, just let me know and I will restart my phone straight away. So yeah, just let me know. Because I don't get any notification when that's happened, which is so annoying, as you can imagine. So yeah, just keep me informed on that in the future, Jonathan, if you don't mind. Well, we haven't really missed much anyway. I've done a Shadow Cypher raid, and we ended up with a 1509 Shadow Cypher. Yeah, fans for phones, yeah. I'll have to look into them, to be honest. But yeah, we had a 1509 Shadow Cypher. We also had a 525 Dynamax Beldum. So we've done with 2 battles, and now we're starting heading back the way in which we came to try and pick up on any new spawns that have potentially spawned in. And we'll stick an incense on as we go back up, because the daily adventure incense is now finished. So we'll stick an incense on and hopefully get some more Hatenna spawns that way. So yeah, we haven't yet had a shiny Hatenna, so we've not missed anything exciting while the stream was playing up. Nothing to brag about, that is for sure. Why you forgot Rot? Oh, Raw Time. Yeah. So I don't really want to use Raw Time, because I only try and use Raw Time when I'm using a Luck Egg at the same time. Other than that, I try not to use it. So I only really use Raw Time if I'm extending my Luck Eggs, because I'm really, really cheap on those. Whereas incenses, you know, yes, a daily's nice, but you know, I've already seen a glowing bird. The chance of seeing 2 in the same incense is very few and far between. So yeah, and I've also got 309 normal incenses, which I definitely need to start using. Else they're just going to clog up my bag space. How do you know you won't see a shundo bird? I think just like, you know, my luck tells me that I probably won't see a shundo bird. Or a shiny 98, that's even better. That's a lot more frustrating, I'd say. Could you imagine getting a shiny 98 bird? I mean, that's really frustrating. Because it's not in the realms of that, you know. Could you really be satisfied using a silver pineapple berry on it? Sorry, a silver bottle cap on it? Yeah, see, that would be really, really annoying, because I'd much prefer a shiny glaring bird that was like 15, 15, 10 or something like that. Because at least if you do use a silver bottle cap on it, you are using it on something that was at 89 and making it into a shundo. Whereas if you use it on a 98, you're not really making that much difference, are you? I know, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have a shundo, but it's only literally one task you've got to do to get there. It just seems a little bit of a gap. Normal Goldine from the eggs, 633. Oh, Hatenna, stay still. You're a pain tonight, I tell you. Absolute pain. Yeah, no, that's fair play. .406 Fido. So we've got 20 minutes remaining of the Hatenna Spotlight Hour. Can we finish on a high? Can we get a shiny in the last third of the Spotlight Hour? Just had a Noctowl come in, which is of course our buddy. So that'll be a Zorua. Now don't forget as well the Zorua trick. So if you are wanting an extra small or extra large Zorua, maybe you're wanting a extra small or extra large shiny Zorua, then you can do a trick to guarantee yourself that you are going to see an extra large Zorua or an extra small, and that is to make your buddy into Punkaboo. So Punkaboo in its extra large form or extra small form is the only Pokemon that appears in those different sizes on the map. And that means if when you make it your buddy, when it appears on the map in those different sizes, Zorua will automatically be that size. So definitely take advantage of that. So if you do want an extra large Zorua, then make an extra large Punkaboo your buddy. And of course you can also use its evolutionary form as well. Doesn't have to be Punkaboo, but just something of the Punkaboo family. You can also use that. We got a Hundo, so that's cool. Brilliant. A Hundo Hatenna. I'm really chuffed for him. Tell him to get back on the stream. What's he doing catching his own thing? It's just unacceptable that he's not watching in my eyes. But there you go. Come on, shiny Hatenna, where are you? This is a shiny that I would really, really like. Even if we just managed to get one of them today, it would be something really cool. They've been informed. Awesome. Spin another Pokestop. Get that task done. Make 3 great throws, that's quite an easy task. Except on Hatenna it might be more difficult than what we'd originally planned. Fido. No shiny Fido on this occasion. What research task do we get from there? Give your buddy a treat. We'll do that now. Probably best to swap our buddy over as well, because we are at a stage where we can't really progress much with that buddy. Turn our torch off as well. Now we've walked into somewhere a bit more light. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that if I get one. Call it Fado. Yeah, if we get a shiny one, I'll do that. But first of all, we've got to try and find ourselves a shiny Hatenna. That is the main task of the next few moments. 14 minutes remaining. I've got a Kecleon there as well. Let's just check on him. No shiny Kecleon. Catch a Drillbur, which is still there this morning as our daily spawn. We've got a couple of Hatennas in a nice row here. Snapshot of your body. Let's do that now. What was you saying, Jonathan? You have an English what tomorrow? Goldie. Olympiad. What is Olympiad? What is that? Even I don't know what that is. What is that? Is it an English lesson or something? Exam? Oh, a contest. Right, okay. So what have you got to do with that then? Have you just got to like speak fluent English, I'm guessing, or what sort of thing have you got to do with that? Oh, it's writing. Okay. So it's like who can write the best English. That's fair play. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully you'll do okay on that. As long as Fido doesn't come up. Name this Pokemon. So we've got 10 minutes remaining. Trying to catch as many of these as we can. I love your banter. By all means, don't take anything I say as personal. It's all bants here. More than happy to have banter with people. So it sounds like Sir Ui's having a better spotlight hour than I am. Hopefully he hasn't yet got the shiny. Else he would be rubbing salt into the wounds. It's use of English and a letter of application. Well, I think your English is okay. It's actually pretty decent, to be honest. So yeah, I don't think you should have an issue with that. Is it something you enjoy, English, or is it one of those that you just have to do and you don't really enjoy it? Yeah, it's an easy subject. Yeah, I think there's a lot of countries as well which speak English. It's probably one of the most spoken languages in the world, if not the most spoken languages, so it's definitely not going to do you any harm. I think the only thing annoying with the English language is that we have a lot of words which are the same word. They sound the same when you say them, but they're spelt differently. Like they, and they. They are. That's probably one of the most annoying things. Ah, yeah, true, Mandarin. Mandarin would be up there. Q, yeah. There's quite a few different words like that. Yeah, waiting in a queue. And then Q is in like a snooker queue. Two different spellings, but the same sort of way it's said. Yeah, there's quite a few different words like that. It's just working out which one best to use, especially when you're doing written English. Take a snapshot of your buddy. Evolve a Pokemon. Yeah. Basically. So less than 10 minutes remaining. We are still on the hunt for shiny Hatenna with Spotlight Hour. As I mentioned right at the start of the stream, it is full odds, so it's 1 in 512 for Hatenna. The chance of us getting one are that high. But we have seen quite a lot tonight, so maybe we're getting close. Perhaps not towards 512, but surely we are decreasing those odds every time we click on one. Or hopefully, wishful thinking. How long have these people been on here? Might take that gym on the way back, or maybe in the morning. In fact, might leave them overnight so we get their 8 hours, all of them. I know some of them have been on there much longer than 8 hours. 1 in 62k. Yeah, probably so. It's about what the Nintendo Switch shiny odds are up. That is. Until you've got the shiny Charmanders. Yeah, it does seem quite a low chance now with 4 minutes remaining that we're going to get the shiny. Maybe there's one hiding up here in the last few moments. Quickly head back the way which came now. Try and find a few more new spawns to see if we can get that shiny. Let's just take a snapshot of our buddy to claim that Goldeen task. So we're going to get a shiny Goldeen. No, not on that occasion. There's a Hatenna there. Of course, we've got fresh ones coming in on the incense as well. Around about every 20 seconds, the incense will spawn a new one. So we're into the final, just over 2 minutes remaining now. So what can we get from the last 2 minutes of this Spotlight Hour? I think that is a task there with Fido. Earn a candy exploring with your buddy. I believe that's a Fido task. So we'll probably defeat the first couple from this gym, just so they get their coins, but the rest of them we'll leave on. So we'll defeat the first two, which are nearly dead anyway. And we'll leave the second two on. We are now just over a minute left of the Spotlight Hour. See if we can quickly get to one of these spawn points up here, just around this corner, and check all the spores to see if there is any shinies hiding. Not one off the incense. Final minute now. Is there any more gonna spawn? Should be some up here just on the right now. There's one there in front of us. Should be a few more spawning on the right. There we go, a couple more. Just going to shiny check these last few, just so we can get to some more. One more on the incense, and unfortunately that is it. No shiny for us this evening. That is really annoying. I was hoping to try and get that shiny today, but unfortunately that's not the case. So I will show my stats to Jonathan just so he can do the maths. That is the total XP number now. And then if we check out the Hatenna, we've got Candy and Excel there. And then on the Pokedex, we have seen 812 and caught 668. So those are the new stats as of now. So as Jonathan does the maths on those, we will just have a quick look and see if we did manage to get anything decent today. So let's have a quick look at 4-star and see if we did get any. Unfortunately not. Our last hundo was from Grookey Conde, where we got 3 hundo Grookies and a hundo Beldum as well, which is quite nice. But no hundo from the Spotlight Hour this evening. And in fact, let's have a quick look and see what our best one was from tonight's Spotlight Hour. We've had a couple of 3-stars, which is decent. But have we got anything worth keeping? Anything in the 98 regions? If we didn't manage to get a hundo, have we got a high IV one just below a hundo? Let's find out. So that one's probably the best one so far. 93, 15, 15, 12. And that one's 93 as well. It's not too bad. Another 93 there. So 93 seems to be the best so far, and it is the best so far. We got 3 93s. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. So yeah, a little bit of a disappointing Spotlight Hour tonight. Was a little bit disappointing there. Didn't manage to get the shiny. Has just finished now. If you are just joining us, Spotlight Hour is just finished here in the UK. There's a Mr. Man there. Have a question, go on. I'm all ears. Shiny Bronzo. Let's go. We have got a shiny tonight. Shiny Bronzo. So 1-star, it's not terrible for a wild shiny. I'll definitely take that. Deserve shiny. Yeah, definitely deserve shiny. Goldine, we'll just check out on Goldine. No luck there. And I think we're added on this gym, but let's just double check we aren't. Yeah, I don't really like shiny Bronzor, to be honest. Not a massive fan. But there we go. Not a massive fan of Bronzor. But I'll add on that gym, nonetheless. Are we on that gym up there? If not, we'll walk up to there and add on. Yeah, we will just quickly walk up to there and add on before finishing the live stream. But again, I do thank everybody who's tuned in tonight's live stream, whether it was at the start or after we had those technical difficulties halfway through. But I do apologise that we did have those technical difficulties. It was just, for some reason, it just goes a bit wrong sometimes. So a little bit annoying on my front, because I know a few people were tuning in at the start, which didn't end up tuning back in afterwards. So it is a little bit annoying that we had those technical difficulties halfway through, especially with the stream starting off so well. But please let me know in the comments if that does happen again in the future, and we will just do a quick restart. You just might have to bear with me for 2 or 3 minutes while we do a quick restart and get back onto the live stream. And since we've gone back live, we've had no problems. So it's definitely worked. It's definitely helped. So we'll just do that again in the future if it does happen. But again, sometimes I don't see this happening. I don't know that it has happened. So you can definitely just let me know in the comments that something's gone wrong, and I will restart straight away. How do I friend you? So you can add me on Pokemon Go using my trainer code. I will stick that in the, or I'll put it on the screen right now. So if you do want to add me on Pokemon Go before I finish, then this is my trainer code. Make sure to take a screenshot of this. You can even pause the video if you want to. Go onto your game, click on the friends, and then down at the bottom of this same screen where you'll see your trainer code at the top, you'll see this little input box towards the bottom, and click on that, type that number in that you see there on my screen, and you can add me. You can send a friend request and I will accept you. So yeah, I've got quite a few friends spaces left remaining. Now we've upped the friend limit to 550. But of course, with having so many friends, you won't guarantee the gift every day, unfortunately. But I will try to interact with you on a regular basis. It may not be daily, but I'll try my best to try and interact with you. So that has been the live stream tonight. I do appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Like I say, apologies for those technical difficulties. Do let me know in future if that happens again. But thanks very much for everybody who has got involved in the comments tonight. And hopefully we can go live later on this week, weather dependent, when we are taking part with more of this Precious Pals event. And don't forget as well, this weekend we've also got the Shadow Raikou raid day, 2 till 5 on Saturday. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. I won't be doing that on YouTube, but I will be hosting that in my local community, and I will put up a YouTube video of my results for that raid day. So keep an eye out for that. But hopefully we can go live before then. If not, we might go live on Sunday. So keep an eye out on the channel, turn that notification bell on so you don't miss when we do go live. Thanks very much for everybody tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.